We're back at the US Open where the quarterfinals are set and ready to be played. Only one woman will be crowned Queen of New York City. New York, go easy on them tonight. Danielle Collins from the USA has put up an enormous fight here in New York. She does not plan to be leaving anytime soon. She's going to be taking on Sabalenka from Belarus, who's one of the hardest hitters on tour. Her forehand can cause a fire if cracked against any racket. She's going to be taking on someone else that is a powerful puncher as well. We've seen her knock out Naomi Osaka cold, telling her to take for cover. This is a matchup where Sabalenka owns the head-to-head 2-love, and she has dominated Danielle Collins. But so did Naomi Osaka, having defeated Danielle Collins 3 times in the previous matchup before this New York City matchup. Sabalenka's been on a roll lately, winning some big matches, taking on Kaia Kanepi from the hard-hitting Estonia. She also beat Harrison and Clara Buell last time out. Sabalenka's having a tossy-turvy year, up and down, 27-17, which is a bit average from what she's capable. She's 14-10 on hard coming into this matchup, winning 7 of her last 10. Sabalenka averages 5 aces per match and wins 68% of her service games, which is a bit low for top 10 players. She wins 36% of her return games, while breaking opponents at 46%. She saves 54% of her own break points. She's taking on Niemeier, who, when the animal comes out, you better run for cover. Danielle Collins has beat Naomi Osaka, Buska, and Elisa Cornet, sent her packing back to France with wine and a French baguette. Danielle Collins has won 6 of her last 10 matches, but she's got some big names, including Simona Halep, mixed in there. Danielle Collins doesn't have the biggest serve, but once the ball's in play, she's got the biggest racket. She averages 3 aces per match, but gives them back in double faults. Ouch. She wins 69% of her service games, 36% of her return games, and gets 68% of her first balls in play. She breaks opponents at 47% while saving 54% of her own break points. The $1 million question is, who's going to win the match? This is a match that I like the first set to go over 9 games, while I'm going to lean with Sabalenka for the victory. Fire marshals will be in attendance, as the rockets from these 2 players are expected to be blazing while getting out of control. Next up, we have 2 ladies that have never made it this far in the US Open. Iga Swiatek, the number 1 seed and the number 1 ranked player in the world. She's won 7 of her last 10 matches, but hit a stretch in the summer where she lost 4 of her last 8. She beat Lauren Davis, Sloane Stephens, and Jasmine Paolini. All within her top 10, she has 2 wins over Stevens, Ayla Tomljanovic, and Magdalena Frech. This is a matchup where Iga Swiatek is the overwhelming favorite, rightfully so. She's 53-7 on the year while winning 31. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, a astonishing 31 games on hard this year. 31-5. Iga averages 2 aces per match. She's not the strongest server, but her ball placement is very accurate, setting up her patterns. She's winning 75% of her service games, 52% of her return games, which is among the leading of the tour. She gets 66% of her first balls in play, while breaking opponents at 54% and saving a whopping, astonishing 62% of her own break points. She's taking on big game Jule Niemeier. Let's just call her Big Game for short, because she's got a big game. She's 35-18 on the year. She went 20-7 on clay, taking out some of the greats in the sport. We saw her defeat Annette Kontaveit and in Wimbledon, making it to the semifinals. Well, that's because of someone named Tatiana Maria. Big game Julie's won 5 of her last 10, hitting a bit of a rocky stretch. However, she's having an amazing year, taking out Kinwen Song in the previous round, big game Sofia Kenin and Yulia Putintseva. Julie Niemeier has a very volatile style. Drop shots, slice, backhands, volleys. You never know what she's going to throw at you. She keeps the opponents guessing, leaving them in suspense, scrambling while they make mistakes. This is a matchup that's going to be very entertaining. However, I like the first set to go under 9.5 games. This is Good Energy. Thank you for listening to another preview and prediction video. Like, subscribe, comment below, donate to the PayPal for your very own personal lock.